Wonderful people. Of course, I'm talking to Nigerians. I am George Onibe, and in a time like this, it's very important that we continue to arouse your curiosity. We continue to appeal to your conscience. We continue to analyze their body language. For the simple truth that God may forgive, but nature does not forgive. You see all these hulobalu being created by certain criminal-minded people who call themselves Igbo Biafra. Believe me, it will boomerang without fail. But let it be a word of advice to other ethnic groups in Nigeria. And of course, most especially, those of you who believe you are Igbo. Understand what you people are doing, or what the Igbo Biafra is doing under the name of Igbo. God may forgive, but nature will not forgive you. Man can do what they wish, but it is God who perfects it. Fortunate enough for all of us, He created the rules. He will never bend His rules for the sake of anybody. And that is why the Bible rightly says, He honors His word more than His name. And you are busy shouting the name of God, the name of God. God is not moved by the praise you give to Him. He is certainly not moved by whatever you have to say. Honestly, the Bible clearly states that God honors His word more than His name. Invariably, His word are His rule, His wishes, His commandment, which must be obeyed. I would have said to the later, but the later kill it. It must be obeyed. And so, if God forgive you, nature will not forgive you. Some of you are relaxed, you are having fun, you are enjoying it, but wait for the end result. Just wait for the end result, since you don't want to learn. This morning, Chinas Anwewu, that IPOB terrorist in Kuwait, but yet sleep in Dubai, deceiving their people in the name of Biafra. He has sent a message to all the secret platform of Igbo Biafra people. He was telling them that they need to attack Professor Charles Soludo, the governor of Imo State. In that their secret chat, his complaint was that Soludo have mobilized Agone Chamber and another person, I cannot pronounce his name very well, both of which are head of Soludo security group, that they have issued an order that they should cram down on every Igbo youth in Anambra, according to Chinas Anwewu, that those people who were arrested in Obaru were part of that effort to bring down Igbo youth, citing that Soludo has hired Nigerian murderous security agents, you know how they call them, to work with this security group in Anambra State, to arrest all the Igbo youth in Anambra. And when that is done, they have to detain them. Moreover, that some of them have been, those that were arrested, has been placed in diverse secret cell. That they must revenge their unknown gunmen and ESM. They must go for Soludo. And that was the briefing Chinas Anwewu, or is it Nwuru or Nwewu, was giving Igbo people, the almighty Biafra people. I think Breeze don't blue now. And like I told you, I'm in so many of their secret platforms. So when you see me react how I react, it's because I know what you don't know. But those of you who say you are Igbo, be fooling yourself, let this Igbo Biafra drag you. But I want to let you know that God may forgive you, but nature will not forgive you. It boils down to the simple fact that a lot of things are not right. And most of you cover it up. To you, you know it all. No, David was a man loved by God. Through his prophets, prophet Nathan, he said, David is a man after my own heart. He was loved by God. But as you already know, nobody is infallible. And David made horrible mistakes. God forgave him. But nature did not forgive him. The end result was that because you have killed by the sword will not depart from your house. But as long as your children after you will obey my words, I will make sure somebody will be on that throne. But you see this sword you have used against another person, it will not depart. Solomon, a product of abortion and abomination, was chosen. He had to sit on the throne, but on what expense? Because Solomon, whose mother and David killed the man who would have been Solomon's father, the sword will not depart. Solomon has to kill his elder brother to become king, the wisest man. And they have to kill themselves and kill themselves and kill themselves. They were killing and killing. The sword did not depart from the family of David. God forgave him. The sword did not depart. And what am I saying? What you are doing God will forgive you. God may forgive you. It's under probability. But nature will catch up with you. This morning, we're looking at a topic I simply titled, The Three Result, Ultimate Consequence of the Activities of the Igbo Biafra in a Time Like This. They need to pay attention. It's just a two-way message. Those of you who are Igbo, do not relent. You must fight this evil and bring it down on its knee until it is completely crushed. Or wait for nature, because you will receive what you are bargaining for. Some time ago, our entire African nation was looking up to Nigeria. They believe that with Nigeria, Africa will come back on her feet. They believe that with Nigeria, Africa was going to compete with all the nations like India, China, Japan, American. Do not forget, all of them were colonized as Africa was colonized. But I can assure you, Nigerians don't have regard among African countries today. Why? Because of bad politicians and because of criminal-minded Igbo Biafra who are constituting nuisance and denting the image of Nigeria across the globe. Now understand, it is not just the only Igbo Biafra, but somewhere the body language of Wazobia brings Nigerian down to her knee. And I'm citing what happened in Ezendibo, Ghana. The Oni of Yoruba went to the palace of Ezendibo in Ghana, and they are now celebrity governor. Let me advise all of you, monarch. From the Deni, they will be of Abo. To be a Fezomo, will be of Owa. Down to the Oni or the Alafen. You see, all of you, monarch, who want to become celebrity, you will use your hand and desecrate that throne that was supposed to be sacred. You want to be celebrity, social media, shine. And so if Oni of Yoruba is going to align with the king of Igbo, the people who don't have king, they are telling you, Ghanaians, that you don't have sense. We are with him. But this is not the mindset of Nigeria. You know, Wazobia know how to support themselves, thinking they are doing other people. But you can never trust yourself, because all of you have been betrayed by yourself. 3 of you. So deceive yourself. But then, God has forgiven all of you. But let me tell you the truth. Nature will not forgive you. And so I was on their comment section, seeing what they were saying. Oh, Ezendibo in Ghana have doings. And I was like, why did Ghana people keep quiet? I was like, why will a Yoruba king descend so low to go into a palace of a social media influencer? What are they trying to pass message? And the ultimate result gave birth to this broadcast. God may forgive, but nature will not forgive all of you. Hold on. It boils down to the same issue. They are everywhere in Asaba. They are everywhere in Ogwashuku. They are everywhere trying to upset the balance. Ultimately, they have 3 results. Resolution. It has consequence. They have made up their mind. And number 1 is that this Igbo Biafra has vowed they must destroy Nigeria. How possible is it in a time like this? And because they want to destroy Nigeria, they are denting the image of Nigerians across the globe. They are instigating one ethnic group against each other. It's amazing most of you forgot easily what is going on in the mind of the youth. Understand the social media now. It's where we are groomed. No more family meeting. No more family, even, let's say family meeting in its total context. This is where people are groomed. And what they follow influence almost 70% of who they are. And so they are on social media doing so many things. Their target is they want to destroy Nigeria. But then as much as there are things that bombast at night, there are people who reciprocate. Now the Kanu created unknown gunmen. He deceived Igbo people, he want to fight Fulani headsmen. But this morning now, their new order is that Soludo must come down because they believe IPOB will challenge the election. And if IPOB challenge the election, Soludo will not be there. Why? Because Soludo say the truth as an Igbo man, supposedly. But this is the same thing they are trying to do to other people. Now, nature is trying to play its course. They will not be able to bring down Soludo, but they will destroy themselves by themselves. But of course, they have to drag in Nigerian security agents. Ultimately, they will tell you it's Igbo, they will tell you that it's look for name and who to blame. Nigerian government killing them. Number 2, to destroy Nigeria, they believe they have to use other ethnic groups. That is why you see them, they're trying to infiltrate you. You must be Igbo, you have to be Igbo, all of us are Igbo, they are trying to unite. It's a proxy war. They're looking for how to use you. Honestly, they may be able to pull the shot. They may be able to pull the shot. And when the evil is done on all of us, God will forgive them, but nature will not forgive them. But these things I'm pointing out, they all have consequence. And finally, they are looking for access to the seat of power. They want to access Aso Rock. And so by every means necessary politically, you see them metamorphosing from articulation to obitualization, from obitualization to coalition. They've not established coalition, but they know what they are doing. The incumbent leadership, headed by Ahmed Bola Tinubu, has not even completed 2 years in office. Look at how they are hypering 2027 election, when the people who had the mandate of 2023 are yet to kick off. Is that not madness? Does that not show you they want to change the narrative and make people feel one way to the other? Group of lawyers who gathered to do conference was asked a simple question. Is Nigeria better now than before? All of them say, no, Nigeria is worse. And to them, they are saying the truth. All of you are deceiving yourself. All of you lawyers, you are deceiving yourself. Because there are questions that does not demand answer. You would have allowed that journalist to ask his question, which is a rhetorical question, and then move on. Because Nigeria is not better than that time, and Nigeria is not worse than that time. We lose ground, but we gain ground. And that is the ultimate result. Now, in conclusion, God may forgive, but nature will not forgive you. And what are they trying to do? Ultimate control, which greatest weapon is infiltration. This thing has happened before, but Igbo people don't want to learn. This Igbo Biafra don't want to learn. They will learn in a hard way. Let me tell you how it works. In the time when Nigeria was created, maybe you have forgotten. And then you have 3 regions. Within these 3 regions, most of us in the Western region were not happy. We were discontented. We fought within the preamble of the law, and we got our region, which has been destroyed for no reason, Midwestern region. We let it slide. And the Yoruba allowed us to be. Today, if Bendel State or Midwestern region has anything they could look back to and appreciate those eras, I will say that Obafemi Awolowo was instrumental to almost 50% of the development of Bendel State and the Midwestern region. Yoruba would have been angry that we pulled out from them. As a Nyoma man, as a Ijaw man, and as a Do man. No, we said no, we can't fit in here. Obafemi Awolowo, even when Ambrose Ali was the governor, sponsored free education. They would have been envious. They would have been jealous. They would have wanted to destroy us. Because they understand, God may forgive. Nature will judge all of you. What is coming back now? But then in the old Eastern region, look, let's go to the Northern region. You begin to hear, Idoma is Hausa, Igala is Hausa, Nupe, Gwari, everybody is Hausa. They fought, and they have their middle bet. Today we have middle bet forum. In as much as Hausa still want to bring them in, they've moved on. Middle bet may not be very strong, but Hausa is not doing do or die affair. Middle bet must return to the north. They understand the disadvantage of the middle bet pulling out from the north. And everybody have peace. And then you come back to the Eastern region in that same era. The frustration was too much. Bakassi Peninsula, Ambazonia people, the Anglophone of Cameroon, I repeat, was under the Eastern region of Nigeria. They ran. The same thing they are trying to reintroduce. They ran. Hold on. And then, along the line, many other ethnic groups, because the issue of minority report has been flushed down the drain, nobody can talk about it, for a very long time couldn't speak up. Ikore people cannot speak up. Ibibio, Efik, and Anan don't have a voice. Urobo, Shekiri, Ijaw, as the case may be, they don't have a say. Okreka people, Kalabari people, Andoni people, Ndoni people, all the ethnic groups which are currently South-South, the Obobura, the Ogoja people, the Ugebo, the Yala people, all of them, nobody has a say. Now, tell yourself the truth. The politicians of Ojukwu and the rest of them descended on River State. Go to Lagos, the place they call Lagos in River State. In fact, start from Garrison, if not Waterline, down to Lagos, down to all the waterfronts. You will see what is abandoned property. You will see what is abandoned property. These were Igbo property. The question should be, who sold the land to them? How did they own this property? They used the power they had in the old Eastern region and start acquiring land. Go to Enekarum Wesana to be precise. There was a massive land there which used to belong to government in Enugu State. Go to Rumukurushi. There is a massive land there between the Shell and to that Rumukurushi where you have the civic center. There is a massive land there that used to belong to government, Enugu State government. Go to Bori camp. That was supposedly Ojukwu property. Who gave it to them? This dominion spirit. They succeeded. They took the land of over 70% of Rivers people. Nobody could talk to them. Ogoni couldn't talk to them. The people kept quiet. Nobody have a say. People like Adakaburu spoke up. What did they get in return? People like Obiwali spoke. What did they get in return? People like Ezediko Fahuda spoke out. What did they get in return? All these people I mentioned were assassinated one way or the other. Under conspiracy theory, we know why they died. And then in the midst of this dominance, this expansionist agenda, the greed pushed them to the federal. Now they must control Hausa. Now they must control Yoruba. They must control Midwestern region. They must control other ethnic groups under the supposed Old Eastern region. God forgive them, but nature did not. Because when death want to kill dog, he will not allow them to listen. You see all these scalawas, all this rubbish you people are doing. It's a warning. If you like, take heed. Which will come from a told all of you. You will disintegrate into tiny criminal group and you will destroy yourself. Now come and kiss Uludo, Tina Samweru. You people are fooling yourself. But hold on. Under that Old Eastern region, problem came. Hausa people knew Igbo people, Igbo Biafra people were marginalized other ethnic groups. They didn't do anything. After all, it was regional. Yoruba knew they didn't do anything. And immediately they pick up Obafemi Awolowo. Yoruba knew something was wrong. Immediately, Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa were murdered. Hausa knew something was wrong. Immediately, they invaded Midwestern region. Place Igbo man to become the administrative head of Midwestern region. Rob the central bank. Everybody knew there was problem. How do they solve the problem? That was when nature surfaced. These are the truth they don't tell you. How did nature reward them? Gowon, not very intelligent, not very brilliant as at that time. He was not an academician. He saw or was empowered by nature. What happened? He created Cross River State and created River State. He weakened these criminal-minded Igbo Biafra people. The creation of these two states, the Eastern region fell. The war lasted for 3 years because they didn't know the center of gravity. In one of Obasanjo documentary video I watched, he said by the time they attacked the Biafran from all angles, Biafra stood. And they have to pull back and find out why is it standing. They knew they have not discovered the center of gravity. It was when they catch Port Harcourt that Biafra fell. Most of you will not know. Go to many houses, the Navy dockyard, go to many areas. Within those areas the Nigerian Navy occupied today, you will see Ojukwu bunker still standing there. From mouth of the Atlantic Ocean down into Lagos community and on its environment. Makoba and those areas. Go there. And so even the owners of the land didn't know that bunker run under their community. So the moment they discovered that Port Harcourt was the center of gravity, they descended on Port Harcourt. And the day Port Harcourt fell, that was the end of Biafra war. That was the end. Now, why am I bringing up all this issue? By the time these states were created, if the Igbo Biafra people have had cordial relationship with the neighboring communities, if they have treated them well, the Kwere man would have stood and fight shoulder to shoulder with Igbo man. Okereka people, all of them would have stood their ground with the Igbo people because all of them were part of the old Eastern region. And somehow, maybe Anyoma people would have supported Igbo people. And that invariably will imply that Benin people would have supported Igbo people, though we were not in the same region. But boom, nature will not forgive. And so the river people were then invited, alongside the Cross River people, to come to Enugu for discussion. People like Obiwale refused to go. People like Ken Saruwa refused to go. Nobody honored that call. And then the Igbo Biafra know that they are on their own. Why? Because some of these things they were doing and thinking is normal to them because they are the one using other people was not normal to the people they are using. So each time you come, you curse me, drunkard, illiterate, crime man, all this stuff. You are thinking it and it's okay with you. But you do not know that nature will not forgive you. And if I lie against you people, nature will be the judge of all of us. But if you are the one manipulating history, distorting history because of your expansionist mentality, no, God is a God of balance and He creates order. If you break the rule, you will get what you asked for. Because the Bible says, he that break the edge, him the serpent will bite. No two ways about it. And what happened in the end? All those land they collected, all those land they took over, the owners of the land was happy and they collected it back. That is the history of abandoned property. Go to court and collect it. Because you see, you do not have vital documents. Igbo Biafra people of Ojukwu time was taking this land and giving to their people. All of them were sharing it 50 by 50. Take your own, take another people's land. But you seems to have improved, diversify, metamorphose. You seems to have created a new pattern. But we already know. Now, our job is to tell those of you who are Igbo. People like my brother Henry Chimezie. People like my brother Ijele. People like Blessed Nom. All of you should begin to talk to them. But there are many other people who are speaking up to condemn this evil. Because nature will not forgive them. People like Nwokede and people like Ezawo, let them be deceiving themselves. They cannot be Nigeria because they are not Nigeria. They are chameleon and they are worse than Nnamdi Kanu. Some of you are hiding behind, oh, let's do it like this. People like Uchuka from Efo, they know the truth. But somewhere, I get Bodonden Kani, Bibodonden Kono. People like Obidio Bienu, Uche Mokenko, all of them know the truth. Somewhere along the line, when nature comes back to take what belongs to her, most of you may not be spared. Because it would be too late to complain or to explain. Today, it's almost impossible to point out the criminals in Igbo land. Because most of you shielded them. When Soludo visited Nnamdi Kanu, let's believe he was trying to call on Nnamdi Kanu to order. But Nnamdi Kanu is sitting on a platform that was created for a genuine purpose by Dr. Ike Dife. Ike Dife wanted IPOB, who is the founder of IPOB, to become a tool, an instrument where you can bring the supposed Igbo people together. So we can have political strength. Nnamdi Kanu hijack it. And he start telling you, it is Biafra or die, it is Biafra or die. Nature will give you the die, don't worry. We got to a stage, IPOB would have been politically relevant. We started talking about political participation. Nnamdi Kanu went on to tell Igbo people that any political participation is a betrayal. We don't mix with politicians. We don't do with politicians. But Nnamdi Kanu is going behind collecting money from people like Willie Obiano, collecting people like Uroja Sukurocha. But we don't jump political. We don't jump political. Today, you are politically irrelevant and you can never be relevant. Any politician that follows you, all of them must go down. This is Nigeria. And nature must pay all of you. This is not the first time. The same madness that Ojukwu carried on. People like Ifa Jonah told him, this is a war you cannot win. Change, navigate to the right direction. And he was murdered for it. Where is Ojukwu? He died as a Nigerian ultimately. And Ojukwu wife is now ambassador, romancing with Tinubu. Yoruba, they hate so much. Who is fooling who? And so if you think I am your problem, I'm not your problem. We may not be here. Our time may be up. But this message will stand as a testament against all of you. That we were not driven by hatred. And whatsoever you sow, you will reap. You cannot see your people infiltrating other communities to destroy them. The next abandoned property that will come, you will not survive it. Because you see, for this Africa, with this kind of our mind in Africa, you will see what Ghana will do to all of you. You will see what Liberia will do to all of you. You will see what South Africa will do to all of you. Let's mention but a few. You will see what they will do to you. Be fooling yourself. Be disgracing yourself because I am your problem. You can't even develop your place. Yet you want to die in Yoruba land in Lagos State. You cry foul from morning till night. And all these things you are doing, we are the target. You people stop uniting your father and your mother. Because we already know the truth. They came in 3 different platforms. Number 1 was Biafra agitation. And when Biafra agitation did not work, they introduced Igbo unity. And from Igbo unity, ultimately, they are going back to obedient movement. And these 3 represent the 3 results. They will get the consequence. In other words, Biafra agitation already is dead and buried. Biafra is something you can only whisper. Nothing more than that. Talk rubbish on social media. Nothing more than that. The unification project is trying to use other ethnic groups to carry out the crime and pretend. And ultimately, the obedient movement is to get to the seat of power. And so these are the 3 major agendas of these expansionists, these greedy people who say they are Biafra. Some of them are from Israel, some from Equatorial Guinea, some from Kenya, Malawi. Only God knows who they come from. But don't forget, these people, they are international British organization. That is why they constantly seek for validation. And so those of you who have accepted your Igbonism, please talk to these Igbo Biafra people. We already know the plan. Let them back off. Let them back off. Because these 3 agendas, from Biafra agitation to Igbo unity movement to obedient or coalition movement, all of them is dead on arrival. And all of them have consequence. And when that time comes, You will wail for a very long time. And let us hope the next generation will survive it. This is where I bring the message to an end. It's just to tell my people, don't get involved. You will be used and dumped. Nothing like Igbo unity. All of you shall obedient. It is only the immediate financial benefit. You will not get anything. They will even reduce you. Reduce you. And those of you who think somewhere along the line, you are doing Biafra. People doing Biafra in diaspora, let them come home and do Biafra. You will see they don't have the boss. Your Nnamdi Kanu, your warrior, he was hiding in Asaba. We hid him in Asaba. He can't stay in his community in Yoshi. He's a hero. Let him come and do Biafra now. It's unfortunate. You think Asaba, you have caught them off guard. Don't worry. I watch one Igbo man talking about Asaba people. You won't see Asaba indigene coming to talk. You won't see Asaba still get indigene. The real indigene of Asaba, you won't see them. Majority of them are in diaspora. And they will come back. You see all those land you are allocating to yourself. The real children of Asaba, when they return, you will know. You won't see Asaba son because they paid ultimate price for Biafran Ojukwu criminal war. But these are truths you already know. But God may forgive you, but nature will not forgive you. And this is one court you will not be forgiven. You will not be acquitted. I'll go to the comment section and then receive my insult and move on as always. You are Igbo and you respect where you come from. Put eye on these people. But you are Biafra. Prepare because it will get to you. And those of you who are romancing association and assimilation, I'm sorry for you if you don't wake up. I greet you, Henry Chimis here. Good morning from here. And then all I see is Ukama. And of course, he say, "Low, bro, true. Poverty is surrounding you. Thank you. Watching well online on social media. Your yapping ends. Look at you. Number one, poverty is worrying me." This is the problem of average Igbo person. The way you view money is not the way I view money. My people will say, God made man made money, and money make people like you to take over another person's property. That is what money means to you. Money use you, you don't use money. But my ancestors, my value system say, no. It's a defense. The Bible in Ecclesiastes says money is a defense. Ultimately, it comes down in my value that say, so we will not be left vulnerable. We are not for sale. And I'm a poor man and I accept it. But I'm rich in love. How about that? Because I can't kill my fellow Abo man. I could have misunderstanding, I will move on and let them be. But I can't kill them because my value say, look at the Chinas and Wewu now. They are planning inside to kill Soludo. Because election is still coming. Stop deceiving yourself. I'm a poor man. I thought I collected money from Nigerian government before. I thought I was sponsored by Hausa and Yoruba. God may forgive you. I have forgiven you people. But you see, nature will never forgive you. Where is Ikechukwu Goha? Where is Ikechukwu Goha? And then look at the re-bingo of Nnamdi Kanu. You see what is his name? Azo. Re-bingo. You see George Onibelibe. See your yapping nonsense. You will keep crying and keep blackmailing. And of course, it's in your nature. There is no ethnic group in Nigeria that yap. Nobody blackmail. Nobody talks to anybody. Everybody are minding their business. Ikode people are minding their business. Ibibio people are minding their business. Anyoma people are minding their business. Yoruba are minding their business. Hausa are minding their business. You people are the one crying. Oh, they've given a land of Obaru. They give it to Fulani people. But you are buying Ghana land to build your own kingdom. Tofiakwa. But you are Igbo Biafra man. God may forgive you people. But nature will not forgive you people. Because he who breaks the hedge, the serpent will bite. Don't worry, it will get to you sooner than expected. And then, who do I see there? I see Uyi, I greet you Uyi. I see Aka, you see jobless idiot. Don't even know where his ancestors come from. Jobless idiot. You that have job, your homeland is chasing you now. You have become a scavengers across the globe, everywhere. Igbo, get sense. Because what goes around, comes around. You think people do not feel your energy? You think people are not looking at you? No, nature has not influenced them. And you will see you are standing alone. You see on this journey, when it's obvious everybody know your target, nature will influence the right people to do the right thing. I greet you, my brother, Odoguata, Owoma. And of course, I see Uyi there. You say, because sell human meat and organ. And then I see Nwanzi Precious. You see, Almighty Chukwukabiama bless you, Joppa. I am happy, Precious Wanzi. Maybe you are getting the message. I don't hate anybody, but I hate dishonest intellectual people. You of all people know the truth. You of all people, Precious, know the truth. But I was shocked when you are challenging me because I say Bukobi is an idiot. And I still repeat it. Reverend or Pastor Bukobi is an idiot and he's Igbo Biafra person. Because he's part of the Igbo Unity Project. He can keep quiet. We still have his video. And if I have come and insult Ebonyi people, and I'm sure you Precious will not react. One idiot calling Bukobi is inside his adoration ministry, calling another ethnic group brainless people. And you, my friend, turned against me. I love to stand alone. And that is one truth all of you must get used to. But honestly, a tree cannot make a forest. And so we are open to conversation. Thank you for blessing me. And I wish you the same blessing as well. So where are the Igbo Biafra criminals? And of course, people like you, Wanzi, Precious. It's time you people begin to call a spade a spade. Because when things go wrong, nobody will know who you are. Nobody will know the difference and how all these problems started. And of course, that is as much as I can take from my comment section. Tell them their insult is not doing anything. I'm a poor man. I'm not from the richest tribe in Nigeria. We don't have anything. We are not educated. We smoke, we drink, we don't have sense. But we are contented. You that is the richest tribe, the most intelligent ethnic group in the world. You that have oil and gas and everything and have king all over the world. You still want us. Something is not right. You need to check your brain. I'm George Onibi. And of course, all the parties involved know what is to come. Have a nice day.